Oh my God, it's throwing so much water. It's a huge problem. Remember this thing? It's been a while since I hinted at this project, and let's just say it wasn't as straightforward as I hoped it would be, and it proved to be a pain in exactly the reason I thought it would be. But we're past that now, hopefully, and we're here. So let's see what happened. You might be asking, what exactly am I doing with this thing? Well, let me explain. I had an idea. A CPU cooling idea. And I know it's been a while since we tried something ridiculous and impractical to improve the cooling performance of a CPU in a way that nobody would ever try, and it might not even work. But we back, baby. Up on the bench is the OG. I brought back the OG. This is the 7700K that's been around forever. I got the U12A Noctua air cooler on it. I even got the painted fan I made years ago that I forgot I had until I found it in the box, and it still looks pretty cool, I think. And we're gonna try to make this air cooler better. We're gonna try to improve its performance with water cooling in a way that you're probably not in the way you're thinking, not the way we did it before, which is it's still back there, and I bet it still works. But when it comes to air cooling, there really isn't much you can do to improve a cooler's performance. You could put a better fan on it, you could put 2 fans on it, but eventually you're gonna run up against the thermal transfer limitations of that cooler specifically, and basically the cooler can only cool so much. It doesn't matter how much air you blow through it, it only can do so much. Unless you, say, cool the air coming into it, like with an AC, you're putting it in a refrigerator, you know, stuff like you've seen in the past. Now, we're not going to put an AC on that. Obviously, that would work. We're going to try something different. We're going to try to use the fan itself to actively cool the air before it pushes it through the cooler. How? I'm glad you asked. Given our history of making weird fans on this channel, you guys included in this, I figured, why not try to make a fan out of ice? Could we even do that? Would it work? And would it cool the air as it moves through the cooler in a way that we could see a change before the fan melted and probably fried this old motherboard? Given this motherboard's track record in the CPU, I don't think anything can kill it at this point. But we'll see. Essentially what we want to do is throw an ice fan on here. Well, essentially we want to run a fan till everything stabilizes and then throw an ice fan on here at the same fan speed and see if the temperature drops. And obviously we want to use the same fan design. And the original idea was, I wanted to use the A12X25's fan design. I have one on my Thingiverse account that we made years ago. It's a pretty decent copy of it. And I was like, well, why don't I just take that fan, 3D print a mold for it out of TPU, and see if we can get an ice fan out of it. And this went as well as you are probably imagining. It didn't. So after that failed horribly, I was like, well, why don't I just make a real mold? So I went out and bought one of these silicone molding kits that actually worked pretty darn good. And I 3D printed, or TPU, I 3D printed with TPU, a little container to hold the mold while it's set up, and I suspended the A12X25 fan that I 3D printed in that, and came out with a pretty decent mold of it. And I was hoping I was on the right track, but it wasn't, because ice is brittle as f***. And this is an obvious problem. We all know that ice loves to crack and break, and the A12X25 is, it's a thick fan in the fan world, but when it comes to ice, it's pretty thin. The blades are pretty thin. And I had a lot of problems. When I initially filled this mold up with distilled water, the fan essentially just cracked in the freezer. As it was freezing, it expanded and it cracked, even though this mold is pretty forgiving. And I knew that I was going to have a bit of a problem moving forward, but I wasn't ready to give up on the A12X25 yet. After I cleaned this out, I added some more distilled water with a little bit of corn syrup in there, sugar, and that essentially kind of acts like an anti-freezing agent. I didn't add much. I still wanted it to become ice, but the sugar kind of helps the fan not be as brittle. And this worked surprisingly pretty darn good. It didn't crack as it froze, let's just say that. But as I pulled it out of the mold, she cracked, and I was again sad. But I wasn't done with the A12X25 yet. I decided to go more robust, down to a more robust amount, and I took some paper and I blended it up in some distilled water and used that slurry to pour into this fan. And obviously that worked very well. It froze and I was able to get the fan out. But it was a lot of paper, and it was mostly just white. It didn't even really look like ice at that point. Like, I didn't expect to get clear ice because I wasn't going to do layer by layer by layer. I was just going to pour it all in there because I'm lazy and I knew there'd be air bubbles in there. But with all that paper in there, it was essentially a white fan, and I knew as it melted, it would just kind of start getting weird. So I didn't want to do that, and I kind of just gave up on the A12X25 being our fan of choice because the blades are just too thin. But then I was thinking, why am I even messing around with a fan you can buy off the shelf when on this channel we make fans all the time? You guys make fans all the time. Why don't we just make a fan that's more conducive to becoming ice. So I made one. I made this thick boy. It's not the most beautiful fan, but it's very simple, and I took away a lot of the hard corners to hopefully not give the ice an opportunity to propagate a crack from. And I printed it out because we're going to need to test it as just a plastic fan, and the idea is to run this, let everything stabilize, and then swap it out with the same exact fan, but of plaster, of ice, and see if we notice a difference. If we can get it out of the mold, which we're gonna try now, because it's up in the freezer, and if it breaks, it takes quite a while for ice to freeze, so that'll be a bummer. All right, and full disclosure, I have one of these already set up that I got out of the mold, because I did it off camera because I didn't trust it at all. I would like a second one though, because I have a fear that after we spin this thing up, it's just gonna shatter itself, so a backup fan would be a great addition to this whole setup. Now you notice in the middle here, there's a plastic hub that's just to give the ice somewhere to grab onto and to fit on the fan frame. The blades themselves are ice, and hopefully they stay as one piece of ice. My mold is a little sus. Okay. Oh, so close. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, it's almost what we need. Looks like we got one fan. Let's not mess this up. You know what? All is not lost. We can still use this to our benefit. We're going to try to get it on this fan here. And we're just going to spin it up and see if it... Ooh, it doesn't like to go over that. We'll see if it stays... Oh boy. Oh boy. Stays together, even though it's lopsided. Okay, I'm going to turn this on, and we're going to see if it holds together. And if it does, we're going to see if the air temperature on this side is higher than this side. Because why not? Oh my God, it's throwing so much water. It's a huge problem. Staying together. Water might be an issue. I don't see any change over on this side though. Oh, 64.2. I'm seeing like maybe 0.4 of a degree Fahrenheit. Oh, no, now it's 0.6 maybe. And a lot of water. So we're gonna have to figure the water thing out. But I think our fan's gonna hold together. So we're almost there. So our PC's like this now because of the water situation that could possibly arise. We've been letting it cook for a while here. The 7700K is at 4.8 gigahertz, and it looks like the package is right around 70, 80. It's bumping back and forth, 75. CPU 62. So now we're going to swap the fans to the one that's hopefully a full piece and will remain a full piece when we spin it up and see if we notice any difference in this yellow or blue-gray line. Or if the water just sprays everywhere and murders this motherboard ASAP. I did put some paper towel up there. I put it up here for the one that we're running now because it's going to block obviously some heat, and hopefully it'll stop the water from smoking this thing. So let me go get it. Let's see what happens. All right, we got one shot at this. So this is going off. All right, baby, don't break on us. Oh, she's a shaky. Why is it shaking? Oh, there's water coming off of it. Okay, well, our temperatures went up a little bit. We'll see if they come back down to where they were. I mean, she ain't doing too good. We're almost back. We're kind of getting close where we were. Question is, are we going to get below that before this could die? Well, there's water just everywhere. The vibrations have calmed down because the fan has melted. Still moving a little bit of air. We seem to be slightly closer to this line, so I mean, I think we're doing something. It's going to be limited though, because our fan is quickly wasting away. But it seems when we look at our line back here to where it is after the peak, it seems like we did improve slightly, and we're still running, even though this thing is getting quite wet. As it melts though, it's starting to move more air, so it's getting better with time. For the moment. There's a little water in the cooler. I don't know if that's helping or hurting. I think we're starting to climb back up. You can see where we peaked when we took the fan off, and then we kind of dropped down to maybe a little lower than we were before, and we're slowly coming up. And if you look at the fan, it's wasting away. Like there's There's nothing left. Yeah, at this point, I think we're pretty much done. So I guess we can shut the fan off and see how much life we have left. Turn the stress test off. It's been going for a minute. What do we got left? Oh man, there's like nothing left in there. So what did we learn? Well, we learned that you can make a fan out of ice, and it's a huge pain in the butt, and you shouldn't do it, and it doesn't work. But well, I shouldn't say it doesn't work. It doesn't work for long. It works for a little bit, and then it just melts away, as we've all seen coming. But the whole idea was, can we make a fan out of ice? Yes, we can. Does it do better than a fan made out of plastic? Yes, it does. What did we learn? Nothing, really, but it was a fun time trying. Well, the 7700K is still alive. We will kill the power before we lose it forever. But if you have an idea of like something like this or whatever else comes off the top of your head, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. We'll see you the next time.